The city that bridged two continents was about to fall, and with it, the course of history would change forever. It's May 29, 1453, and the great walls of Constantinople, which had stood for over 1,000 years, are crumbling under the relentless assault of Ottoman cannons. At the helm of this momentous siege is a young sultan, barely 21 years old, whose name would soon be etched in the annals of history. Mehmed II, soon to be known as Fatih, the Conqueror. But let's rewind a bit. What led to this pivotal moment? Constantinople, now known as Istanbul, was the capital of the Byzantine Empire, the last vestige of the once mighty Roman Empire. For centuries, it had been the jewel of Christendom, a city of unparalleled wealth and knowledge. Its strategic location, straddling Europe and Asia across the Bosphorus Strait, made it a prize coveted by many. Enter Mehmet II, who ascended to the Ottoman throne in 1451. Young, ambitious, and brilliant, Mehmet was obsessed with the idea of conquering Constantinople. It wasn't just about expanding his empire, it was about proving himself worthy of his title and fulfilling a prophecy attributed to the prophet Muhammad. Verily, you shall conquer Constantinople. What a wonderful leader will her leader be, and what a wonderful army will that army be. Mehmet spent 2 years meticulously planning his assault. He built a fortress on the European side of the Bosphorus, effectively cutting off aid to the city from the Black Sea. He assembled an army of over 100,000 men, dwarfing the Byzantine defenders, who numbered barely 7,000. But the Ottomans had tried to take the city before and failed. The legendary Theodosian walls had repelled invaders for centuries. Mehmet knew he needed something extraordinary. That something came in the form of a Hungarian engineer named Orban. Rejected by the Byzantines due to lack of funds, Orban found a willing patron in Mehmet. Together they created a monster, a 27-foot-long cannon capable of hurling 1,200-pound stone balls over a mile. It was so massive it took 60 oxen and 400 men to move it. When it fired, the sound could be heard for miles. As dawn broke on April 6, 1453, the siege began. The great cannon boomed, sending shockwaves across the land. But the walls, though damaged, held. For 53 days, the battle raged. The Byzantines, led by Emperor Constantine XI, fought valiantly. They repelled assault after assault, repairing breaches in their walls overnight. But Mehmet was nothing if not innovative. In a stroke of tactical genius, he had his galleys transporting overland on greased logs, bypassing the great chain that blocked the Golden Horn. The sight of Ottoman ships appearing behind their defenses must have been demoralizing for the defenders. As the siege wore on, tensions rose within the city. The Byzantines were divided between those who favored union with the Catholic Church in exchange for aid, and those who preferred Ottoman rule to Catholic influence. Emperor Constantine made a passionate speech, saying, "To surrender the city to you is beyond my authority or anyone else's who lives in it. For all of us, after taking the mutual decision, shall die out of free will without sparing our lives." The final assault came on May 29. Ottoman troops poured through a small gate accidentally left open, and chaos ensued. The last Byzantine emperor died fighting, his body never found. By midday, Mehmet rode triumphantly into the city, ending over 1,000 years of Byzantine rule. The fall of Constantinople sent shockwaves through Europe. Pope Pius II wrote, "The loss of Constantinople is the second death of Homer and of Plato." But for the Ottomans, it was a new beginning. Mehmet, now truly the conqueror, made the city his capital, renaming it Istanbul. He set about restoring and improving the city, building grand mosques and palaces. But he was also tolerant of other religions, allowing Christians and Jews to practice their faith. This policy of relative religious freedom would become a hallmark of Ottoman rule for centuries. The conquest had far-reaching consequences. It cut off European access to Asian trade routes, spurring the age of exploration as nations sought new paths to the east. This eventually led to the discovery of the Americas. The fall of Constantinople also led to a flood of Greek scholars to Europe, bringing with them ancient texts, that helped fuel the Renaissance. Mehmet's victory marked the rise of the Ottoman Empire as a major world power. For the next few centuries, the Ottomans would dominate much of southeastern Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. The young Sultan who dreamed of conquering the unconquerable city had changed the course of history. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of Mehmet's conquest is the city itself. Istanbul today is a vibrant metropolis, a living testament to its layered history. The Hagia Sophia, once a Byzantine church, then an Ottoman mosque, and now a museum, stands as a symbol of the city's complex heritage. As we reflect on this momentous event, we are reminded of how a single person's vision and determination can alter the fate of nations. Mehmet II, the young sultan who became the conqueror, didn't just take a city, he ushered in a new era, reshaping the political and cultural landscape of multiple continents. The conquest of Constantinople is more than just a tale of military might. It's a story of clash and fusion of cultures, of the end of one age and the dawn of another. It reminds us that history is not just a series of events, but a complex tapestry woven from the ambitions, fears, and dreams of individuals and civilizations. As you walk the streets of modern Istanbul, you're treading the same ground where Byzantine emperors once ruled and Ottoman sultans dreamed of conquest. The echoes of that fateful day in 1453 still resonate, a testament to the enduring impact of Mehmet's victory. So the next time you hear the call to prayer echoing from the minarets of Istanbul, or see the sun setting behind the dome of Hagia Sophia, remember, you're witnessing the living legacy of a young sultan's dream, a dream that changed the world. The conquest of Constantinople wasn't just the end of an empire. It was the beginning of a new era, one whose influence we still feel today.